Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, everybody, and happy Sunday. Welcome to Living Life in Joy. And I am so excited for today's show. So, Living Life in Joy is all about sharing joy in the world. So, it's different from Morning Sip. I have wonderful people on who talk about the difference that they are making in the world, how they are living and are connected to their yes. So it's another vehicle, it's another vessel that I am so blessed to share with the world. Folks who are living their life in joy, living their life in purpose, doing what is theirs to do. So, July, we kicked off the month with Sekou Wrights, who is doing his work as a hero by being his own hero. And we know that hero is helping everyone reaps optimism. And so I decided I was really inspired by today's guest to have July's theme be warrior. Warrior. So July's theme is all about folks, people who are doing incredible work in the world. They are warriors. And so today's guest is definitely a warrior. And you're going to hear much more about her as soon as we come back. So let's go, set, ready. Uh-oh. Sometimes stuff happens, y'all. Hey, we're live. Got to keep it moving. But I was cleaning my glasses, and I'm still cleaning my glasses. So good day, Tim. Good day, Mommy. Good day, everybody joining in. Welcome to Living Life in Joy. Welcome to Living Life in Joy. And so today, my guest is, I have two guests today. I'm really excited about that. That's the second time that has happened. And they are amazing. They are a mother and daughter duo, and they are in the world making a difference in the space of sickle cell anemia. So, by way of bio, I thought it was best to hear it directly from Morgan. Her name is Morgan Grace. She is 15 years old, and she is a warrior. So, let's watch her talk about herself.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and I'm 15, and I was born with sickle cell anemia. It's a disease that affects my red blood cells that are supposed to be in the shapes of O's, but sometimes they turn into C's or sickle shapes and get clogged in my bloodstream, causing excruciating pain that keeps me in the hospital. The pain level varies on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, and currently I am at an 8. Not many people know about sickle cell, so I'm trying to help put a face to the pain. You can't always tell when I'm in pain because over the years I've learned to mask it. Like in these photos, I was at a level 7 and you would be able to tell. Hi, I'm Morgan.
Oh, Morgan, that is just incredible. Incredible. I think that's the best introduction that I could give because it's from your own experiences, from your own words. So let me give a little background about how this all came to be. So y'all know Sekou Rice. He produces the show. He produces Morning Sip, and he has a hero ministry, is what I call it. And so part of his hero ministry, he decided to give a Christmas gift to his cousin, Morgan. And on the hero hoodie, he put on the back, sickle cell warrior, right? And so as he was, going along doing the hero work and folks were ordering the hero hoodies, he also had a line of hero hoodies for children. And so Jacinta ordered hero hoodies for her children. I might be getting the story mixed up, but you'll get it. It's okay. It's okay. For Jacinta ordered some hero hoodies for her children. And when she got them, on the back, it said sickle cell warrior, right? Now, the regular hero hoodies don't say sickle cell warrior. It just says hero on the front, and that's it. But somehow, mysteriously, she received the hero hoodies that said sickle cell warrior on the back. And she reached out to Sekou and said, "Hey, why does this say sickle cell warrior?" And Sekou was like, "Oh, it's a mix up. Send it back and I'll send you the correct ones." But then Sekou also explained to her why that particular there was a hero hoodies that had sickle cell warrior in the back, and explained about his cousin being a warrior for sickle cell anemia. And upon hearing that, Jacinta shared it with her kids, and her kids was like, "Oh no, we're gonna rock this out with Morgan. We're gonna support Morgan and her fight against sickle cell anemia." So they joined her as warriors. There they are. There's Lalani and there's Jacinta, and Lalani is holding up the sickle cell warrior hero hoodie. So Jacinta is related to Lenora, and Lenora has kids. So Lenora heard about this, and if you don't know Lenora will not be outdone by anyone. And she said, "Well, I gotta get some of those for my kids too." So then she ordered the special edition sickle cell warrior hero hoodies for her adopted children, and there they are. There they are. Lalani is Jacinta's, Hayden and Harley are Lenora's children, and I think that's Max. Yes, that's Max holding it up for his little one. So there is a whole posse, y'all, of sickle cell warriors out there with Morgan, just holding her up in the vibration of healing and just being in solidarity with her. These are children, y'all. Okay? Powerful, powerful. So without further ado, let's bring on Morgan and her wonderful mother, Monica. Yes, yes. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Living Life with Joy.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. It's wonderful. Timothy just said you are a warrior young lady.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's get into it. So, Morgan, the Congregation of Joy, that's what I call the folks who participate in the two shows that I do. They were introduced to you through the story that Sekou shared on the show, and also by sharing your TikTok. So you are in the hospital, right? You're in pain. What made you decide that, you know what, I need to educate, I need to share my story with the world?
Well, I was always kind of not comfortable with sharing my story and like my pain,
Mm,
because I felt like it would make people see me differently.
mm,
But when I was in the hospital that time, it was a very different crisis than what I was usually having. It was much longer, and I was having like these spasms.
mm,
It was really bad, but me and my mom were talking about it, and I kind of was just like, I think I finally want to tell people about this. And because I have had many experiences where people didn't understand because they couldn't see it.
mm,
So, but they would, like what I said at the end, it was kind of like, I could be in so much pain, but because over the years I learned to mask it, and because I didn't want people to see me differently,
mm.
I could tell someone I'm in really bad pain and they wouldn't really understand.
Yes.
So I decided to make a TikTok, and I asked my mom, "Can you send me like all the pictures you have of me in the hospital?" And I kind of put it together, and then I just posted it, and it got a lot more like um publicity than I thought it would.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I didn't think many people would see it because I do have like a personal TikTok account and I would post on it and like not as many people would see it. But then when I saw that and I saw how many people had positive comments and were really just there supporting me, it made me feel really good, especially because I was still in the hospital. I think it also helped me like the happiness because my emotions deeply affect my condition.
Mm.
Um, helped me get better quickly.
Oh, that's beautiful. You said so much there. When you said your emotions impact your condition, right? That's a really powerful awareness to have because even without having sickle cell anemia, just living life day to day, our emotions impact how we experience our lives, right? And so you got that golden nugget, that wisdom at a really young age. That's really powerful, Morgan.
Thank you.
Yes. So Mom, Monica, could you share with us or Morgan can share, either one of you, just educate folks a little bit about what is sickle cell anemia.
Okay, so sickle cell anemia is a blood disease that affects the red blood cells. Your red blood cells are usually supposed to be like discs, and a lot of mine are in a sickle shape.
Mm-hmm.
They're unhealthy, and it's caused by like lack of oxygen in the cell. Um, these sickled cells, they travel through my blood vessels and my bloodstream, and because they're in that shape, they get caught on the like on things and on the blood vessels, and they cause like blockages.
Mm-hmm.
And these blockages, they cause like a lot of pain. Um, and when I have a pain episode, it's called a crisis. Like the crises can vary from I could be fine, still do my daily activities. Like I'm a dancer, I could still go to dance practice sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then other times I'm in the hospital for multiple weeks at a time or more. And they're very unexpected. I know some triggers are like very extreme temperature change, dehydration, overexertion, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it could be caused by something, and I have no idea why.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, not I kind not many people know about it. There's not much research being done for it. Anything really being done to cure it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's honestly it's not a disease that you can really tell can be deadly, but a lot of people die from sickle cell because
Mm-hmm.
like, these blockages could happen anywhere. You could get one in your brain and suffer from a stroke. You can get one like around your heart or anywhere really. So wherever blood flows, honestly.
Wow. Wow. And so, I hear your passion, Morgan, in sharing this information with people. And I was aware of sickle cell, but I've never heard it explained the way that you just explained it. So clear. I have such a better understanding of it. And I know people who suffer from sickle cell anemia. And you talked about one of the triggers. And stress is a trigger,
Mhm.
right, for sickle cell anemia. So, what are some of the things that you do for yourself to try to keep your stress levels low?
Um, I am a person who is I would describe myself as a perfectionist.
Mm,
So it's honestly really hard to keep my stress level down because
mm,
I want everything to be perfect and up to my standards.
mm,
But I honestly just um, take my time.
Mm,
I don't like to be rushed. I'd like to be able to get things done the way that I need it done so that I don't stress myself out. School is a very stressful subject for me because I honestly love learning and I love doing my best when it comes to my schoolwork. But when I'm in the hospital for so long, I
mm,
miss so much school, and then I have so much makeup work, and I'm like, oh, I need to get this done before I get more like current work, and I fall behind on that. So it's really just, and I also allow myself to feel my feelings.
mm,
Um, if I feel like I need to cry, if I feel like I need to take time to let myself be sad or be overwhelmed, I do that. And then I get right back to doing what I need to do.
mm. Monica, you have an amazing child. Amazing child.
Yes, I
She she has such wisdom. So tell me, Mom, what has it been like for you just being on this journey with your daughter through sickle cell?
Well, it's been so we found out when she was born.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an adjustment within itself because I have a sister and a nephew who both have sickle cell, but they have SC versus SS, which is what Morgan has. And SS is supposed to be more severe or more frequent. And SC, you have less episodes, but sometimes the episodes can be more severe because you don't have them as often, so you don't remember or recognize the symptoms.
Mm,
So, if you read just a basic article, it'll say SS is the worst.
mm,
So, just my husband and I just really digesting that in the hospital was a hard thing.
yeah.
But we knew it could happen because we both had the trait.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a 1 in 4 chance that it could happen, and we just happened to get that one chance.
Mm,
So early on, we decided that we were going to let her do what she could do. We weren't going to let this limit her, and that she can do whatever she wanted to do, even with a chronic illness.
mm-hmm.
It wasn't a hindrance. It wasn't something that would hold you back. You can be what you want to be. And through, God and faith, we can do all things.
Yes.
And we continue to live that way, even when it gets hard. The last few crises, we've been in the hospital for the longest time of 28 days,
Mm,
which was extremely hard because the crisis was more severe in different places. The treatments were different. Um, and I have the privilege of working from home.
mm,
So I'm also working while she's in the hospital as well, trying to, listen to the doctors and being of comfort to her. And my husband and I, we switch off. He doesn't have the flexibility that I have at work, so he comes at night. And
mm-hmm.
so we've kind of found a rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
um, but the rhythm changes each time. So it's our life. That's what I tell
Yeah.
people. This is our life, and it's just like anyone who may have asthma. You don't know it's there until something happens, and that's how we live.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's just different because you can't see it. You can't see asthma. You don't know you're having an asthma attack until it happens,
Yeah.
and and we have a great support team at Boston Children's Hospital. Our family, she has a great group of friends that support her. Um, so we're very blessed.
Oh, that's just so beautiful. So, Monica, I'm listening to you and I hear you talk about the last crisis she had. She was in the hospital for 28 days. That's a really long time. And how do you and your family, especially you as the mom, how are you taking care of yourself? What is your self-care? What does that look like for you?
Well, it ebbs and flows, right?
Mhm.
Because at the same time, I'm a mother, I'm a wife. I need to, take care of my family, my pod, as they say. So, I'm still doing those things to keep our life going. Um, my husband's very supportive, so he's kind of doing the things on the outside while I'm
Mhm.
staying on the inside. Um, and in the hospital, they actually have a lot of in the hospital they have a lot of things for parents. So they're, I'm getting emotional, but
Mhm.
they have you can get massages, you get
Mhm.
Reiki. They have a resource center, so they're like we've done painting classes and jewelry classes and just coffee time with other parents. Because what you may not know is sickle cell is a blood disorder, so it's the care is under hematology, but
Mhm.
hematology and oncology are usually grouped together. So we're usually on the floor with a lot of cancer patients
Mhm.
and long-term patients.
Mhm.
So you hear their stories and you're like, well, I know we're getting out of here soon.
Mhm.
And some
Mhm.
of them are not. So
Yeah.
it humbles you in a way.
Mhm.
There have been times when we've left the hospital and come back, and those same people are still there.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, and what I have started to do is I leave the hospital. So I used to just stay there because I just wanted, she's older now. So
Mhm.
I started to, I'll go take a walk. Or if I have to run an errand, I will run the errand. Or
Mhm.
if we've been there so long and she needs like something from home that makes her feel good, or from the grocery store that she wants to eat, I'll take a walk to the grocery store or something like that. So I try to do things like that. And I love to travel.
Mhm.
So, when we're not, even if we are, because my husband and family are very good in supporting us, I like to travel. I travel for work. So, I still try to do some things.
Mhm.
But, it's really day by day and
Ah.
crises by crises, honestly.
Yes, yes. Well, we are sending the both of you and your whole family just so much love. The folks who are watching right now are sending you prayers. Both of you, Stephanie Archer just said, "What a beautiful, smart, intelligent young lady praying for you."
Thank you.
So, yes, that's what our Congregation of Joy does. We send out love and energy and positivity. Joe is saying, thanks, Morgan, for sharing your story. Yes, yes. It's so important because I know that sickle cell anemia is very high in the African American for African Americans.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't take much to think about how come there's not more research in this area when many who are suffering from it are African American. And so we know about the disparities and, just the healthcare system and the way that research is done. So the fact that you are out here giving your voice to this and the awareness, and also showing folks that this is not the end of the world. Look at you. You're beautiful. You're dynamic. You're energetic. You said that you love to dance. And I know that you're doing an internship with intergenerational storytelling. Tell us a little bit about that.
So last summer, I got a job from a program that is associated with my with the Brookline schools, called BIG. It's called Brookline Interactive Group. And so I got a job, and we did a lot of like videos and like posters for Black Lives Matter movement, because that
Mm.
was really big last summer.
Which she did while she was in the hospital. I just want to say that.
Towards the end, yeah, towards the end, I was in the hospital. So the lady that ran it, her name's Anne. She asked a couple of us back for the school year to kind of do a trial run for a program that would run through the school year instead of just the summer. Um, and me and a couple of my friends accepted. And we did that, and it was kind of a storytelling for a young generation and an older generation, to tell the older generation story.
Mm,
We did a lot of different videos. We did some COVID stories. We did some immigration stories, and then our first story was from our own grandparents. The first one I did was my nana, my mom's mom. She moved from Alabama to Boston when she was 18. And I kind of just talked about her life in Alabama and how it was very different from the times now, and even just like the different place from Boston to Alabama. My second story was an immigration story of this woman who is honestly really amazing.
mm,
Her name's Rosalind. Um, I really loved getting to know her. She moved from Grenada, and then she moved to England, and then to
mm,
Canada, and then to here. So it was honestly a long journey. And then she started her own spa business,
mm.
and it ran really successfully for 20 years. And then she retired. And honestly, I really just like loved hearing her story because I've never moved. So it was kind of very different to hear like all the things she went through and all the
Mm.
positive things and how she was able to start her own business. And uh, it was really just nice getting to work with her.
Oh, that's beautiful. And so, Morgan, I love that that you love hearing stories and storytelling, because you have a story that is so powerful, and so many people, just from you being here today, are going to be sharing your story. Are going to be sharing your story. So I just want to put out there to folks, if you want to support Morgan and her family, please go to her Cash App, Sickle Cell Warrior 6, and give what feels good to you, because this young woman is out here doing her work. She is doing her work with the support of her mom and her family. So we're going to get into the 3 joy questions really quick. So these are just like one word answers. So I'm going to ask both Mom and Morgan. And the first one is, what does joy look or feel like for you? That could be a sentence.
Um,
Mom, what does joy look or feel like for you?
Creating memories with my family and the people that I love.
Ah, beautiful. Morgan, what does it look like for you or feel like for you?
um, Supporting my family and my friends.
Mm, beautiful, beautiful. So I say that I'm living life in joy. What are you living life in?
Well, I'm trying every day to live in the moment, in the present.
Okay,
That is my
that's
joy. That's my goal.
that's powerful. Living life in the presence is very, because where else can you live,
Right.
right? That's beautiful. Morgan, living life in.
I would say persistence and
Mm,
determination.
yes, yes. The words of a warrior. The words of a warrior. Yes. And my last one is, what's your joy song? What is the song that just gets you going?
For me, it's Never Would Have Made It by
Mm,
Marvin Sapp. That's it. That says it all.
yes. How about you, Morgan?
Million Dollar Bill by Whitney Houston.
Okay. All right. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. Okay. I see you. I see you, Morgan. Well, y'all, my mom, this is my mother, Eunice Gibson. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful young lady. God bless you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
God bless you both. Thank you so much for being on the show today. It means so much to me. We learned so much. I know I did, about sickle cell anemia and about what it looks like, right? You're still vibrant, you're still energetic, you're still living your life.
And an A student, honor roll student.
All right, mama, get that in there. Get that in there. A student honor roll.
Freshman high school report card.
All right. All right. All of that. All of that. Yes. So anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. And so you are a demonstration of that. So thank you both so much for being with us today. Please keep us informed about what you're doing, how you're doing, and how we can support you.
Keep us in prayer, please. Always.
Always, always prayer. Prayer works. We know that. We know that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Oh, you're very welcome. Anytime, anytime. All right, y'all. Oh, I don't know how I'm holding it together right now, y'all. I'm telling you right now. That was so wonderful. That was so wonderful and so inspiring. So inspiring. Think about, we complain about so many things. We really need to put life in perspective, and just hearing Morgan and Monica's story helps to do that. We have so much to be grateful for. So we're going to wrap up the show with just this joy quote. The joy quote today is this, and Morgan is the demonstration and the poster girl for this for sure. Like, her picture needs to be right up in here. I'm going to move over a little bit. Be a warrior, not a worrier. Be a warrior, right? I didn't hear not one of them say that they were worried, right? They are persevering. Morgan says she is determined, right? And that's that warrior energy. Warriors are determined, they are persistent, and they have courage. And they speak from the truth of who they are. And that's what I got from Morgan and Monica today. And a warrior, Morgan said something, and I just want to punctuate what she said. She says she allows herself to feel her feelings. She feels her feelings. That is so powerful, to feel our feelings. And warriors are not afraid of their feelings because they know it's information. They know it's information. So that is today's show. It was a gift to me. I hope it was a blessing to you. We will continue to hold Morgan and Monica and her family in prayer. Please join me tomorrow for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And at 10 a.m., you got to check out Sekou Wright's Be a Hero show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on New Thought Media Network. So everyone, have a wonderful Sunday. Please join me today. It's a 2 for Sunday, y'all. Please join me at 11:30 at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. I will be delivering the message today. And the message topic is your resistance greater than your commitment? I had to think about it for a minute. Is your resistance greater than your commitment? That's a good follow-up to today's show. All right, y'all. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.